Welcome back. More than 240 years ago, our founding fathers signed one of the most remarkable and consequential documents in history, the Declaration of Independence, a document which not only helped create the greatest nation the world has ever seen, but enshrined the principle of self-government that is the basis of all our freedoms. As we know, those freedoms are under attack today, and so it's vital to remind ourselves where they came from and why they matter. That's why a new campaign called the Declaration of Independence Project is so important. It was launched this week in honor of Thomas Jefferson's birthday, and it gives you and every American an opportunity to make a personal commitment to the Declaration of Independence, to actually make the declaration yourself, and then have your pledge sent to Congress. This is especially meaningful for me, a new American citizen. When I made my oath of allegiance to America nearly 2 years ago, it was to the country and to the Constitution. I was so proud to do it. But the Declaration of Independence, in a way, it's deeper. It is about the ideas that underpin the country and the Constitution. This is the part that's always had the most resonance for me. When a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing invariably the same object evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government. How relevant is that today? We see abuses and usurpations of power all the time. We saw it with the EU and national sovereignty. That's why I was for Brexit. We see it here with the federal government centralizing power from state and local government. That's why I go on and on about the 10th Amendment. We see it with the unelected, unaccountable bureaucracy. That's why it's so important. We now have Supreme Court justices who are starting to rein in the administrative state. And why we highlight ideas that may sound technical, but are vital for restoring power to people where it belongs, like Trump's Schedule F, the idea we showed you last week about government unions potentially being unconstitutional through the non-delegation clause. These are just some of the reasons why the Declaration of Independence is such a timeless and vital document. So here's how you can make the pledge today. Go to sign1776.com and sign your name, which will be added to the renewed Declaration of Independence in a classic calligraphy style. Sign1776.com. Make your voice heard. Congressman Mike Waltz is back with us. I just love this idea. I just think it's so great to remind ourselves of these foundational things that are so important to our country.
Yeah, Steve, and I want to give kudos to Hollywood producer Greg Strauss, a rare conservative and patriot in Hollywood, I think, for really pushing this project. And a couple of things that I love about it. One is it really highlights the sacrifices of the signers of the Declaration, all of them, Steve, had their lives and property destroyed and were literally hunted down for signing that document. And as you stated, going back to our founding principles, in that for all of mankind, for all of history, kings, emperors, government decided who you could marry, where you could work, whether you could own land, decided your lives. And these founders, in signing this document, radically turned that on its head and said, no, we the people will decide what you can do, government, and what powers you have. And in the enumerated powers of the Constitution, limited them, and pretty much everything else should be handled as locally as possible. And Steve, at a time when you have a majority of young people claim to be activists, but at the same time, polling shows 70% of young people can't name the three branches of government because of the destruction of civics in our education. I think this is incredibly timely, incredibly important, and I'm just really excited about it.
Fantastic. Well, it was wonderful that you could be here to talk about it in such an eloquent way. Congressman Waltz, we really appreciate that. Sign1776.com. That's how you can get involved. We'll be back after this short break.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.